Now, if there is any region in this republic called Kenya, which has always stood with and supported Raila Odinga, then that region is the coastal region. In 2007, the entire coastal region voted for Raila Odinga almost to a man. Again in 2013, they repeated the same and voted for Raila Odinga. In 2017, the entire coastal region again voted for Raila Odinga. And as a matter of fact, in Kilifi, for example, that's the only county in the entire republic which voted for Raila Odinga and ODM 6-piece. All the MCs in Kilifi are ODM. All members of parliament in Kilifi are ODM. The women rep is ODM. The senator is ODM. The governor is ODM. And they voted for the ODM presidential candidate. Not a single county in Nyanza managed that. Almost all counties in Nyanza had members of parliament or even MCs elected from other political parties. But can Raila Odinga allow the coastal region to slip from his grip? That's the question. Because of late there has been this talk about the members of parliament from the coastal region forming their own political party. And why are they even contemplating forming their own political party? And is it the first time they are going to form their own political party? So today I want us to look at Raila Odinga and the coastal politics, whether the members of parliament can actually succeed by forming another political party. But before we do that, if you are watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this one, you automatically get notified. Now back to the main issue. Can Raila Odinga allow the coastal region to slip from his hands, especially because of the revenue allocation formula? Can he allow that? I want you to answer that before we proceed. But again, let us look at the figures. And I want to use the IBC figures. And we all know that IBC botched the last general election. So we can't get the figures from the last general election. We can't get those figures. So I'm going to use the figures of 2013. Now let me get those figures. I'm coming back shortly. I'm back. Now let us see how the coastal region voted for Raila Odinga in 2013. Because in 2017, the Jubilee government tried to do everything within their powers to win the coastal region. At least even not to win, but to get the 25%. But that failed. They bought almost all senior politicians from that region. Bought everything, took goodies there. But again, they still failed. Let us look at the figures of 2013. In Mombasa County, Raila Odinga got 189,000 votes. Uhuru Kenyatta got 64,000 votes. That translates to Raila Odinga getting 70%, Uhuru Kenyatta 24%. The next county is Kwale, county number 002. In Kwale, Raila Odinga got 101,000 votes. Uhuru Kenyatta got only 17,000. That translated to Raila Odinga getting 81% of the votes. Uhuru Kenyatta got only 14% of the votes. Now let's go to Kilifi, the ODM home number 1. In Kilifi, Raila Odinga got 182,000. Uhuru Kenyatta got only 23,000. And that translated to Raila Odinga getting 83%, Uhuru Kenyatta getting 10%. Let's go to Tana River. In Tana River, Jubilee got 22,000 votes. Raila Odinga got 39,000. That translated to around 35% for Uhuru Kenyatta and 61% for Raila Odinga. Then let's go to Lamu. In Lamu, Raila Odinga got 22,000 votes. Uhuru Kenyatta got 17,000 votes. Lamu has only 2 constituencies. And the figures are just like that. So sometimes I wonder why Lamu is even a county anyway. But that's that. So county, Lamu County, then Raila got 62%, Uhuru 40%. Then there is Taita Taveta. In Taita Taveta, Raila Odinga got 75,000 votes. Uhuru Kenyatta got only 12,000 votes, which translated to Raila Odinga getting 82% of the votes, Uhuru Kenyatta getting only 13% of the votes. So that means that in the entire coastal region, Raila Odinga is still the king when it comes to politics. But can Raila Odinga allow the coastal region to sleep? And can the coastal people leave Raila Odinga because of the revenue allocation formula? I want you to listen very briefly to Owen Baya. He's one of the guys who read the statement today that they want to leave ODM party and form their own political party. Listen to him.
As a county, Kilifi, going into the next election disjointed, and we are fractured and going to several places without really coming from a party that is one and that is strong in this country, will do a disservice. Today, Kilifi is one of the counties that has benefited immensely from ODM as a party. And that's a fact, and it cannot be disputed. Kilifi occupies the position of commissioner in the Parliamentary Service Commission. That seat is coming to Kilifi by virtue of the fact that we voted ODM. And that is a very prime position. It is a position that is equal to a minister in this country. It is a very, very powerful position. Parliament has a budget of over 600 billion. The people who control that money are the commissioners. But us as Kilifi, because we were united, you know, 7 MPs, senator, governor, and women rep, 10 people fought the same war because we were united in the same party. We fought. We went to every corner. Eventually, Mheshimiwa Aisha Jumwa became commissioner. That position is not to her because she has the qualification or because she sits there. No, it is on the fact that we delivered in ODM. And ODM rewarded the people of Kilifi with a position. So anybody today sitting here and is talking anywhere that ODM has not benefited the people of Kilifi and that ODM is a party that is not helping the people of Kilifi is not speaking the truth. Secondly, Kilifi again was given the position of Pan-African Parliament. Mheshimiwa Senator Stewart Mazayo sits in the Senate in Kenya, but sits in the Parliament in South Africa. A position which is not given to anyone. There are only like 4 people in the whole of country. And one of the person who sits on behalf of Kenya is Mazayo, courtesy of a party called ODM. So if Kilifi has those 2 positions, now can you imagine how many other counties there are in this country who hold no positions? But Kilifi has 2 senior positions. The position of a commissioner is at the equal level of a minister as a region going forward.
No, that's Owen Baya. For those who follow the politics of the coastal region, immediately after the last general election, William Ruto embarked on a journey of winning back the coastal region. That was before the handshake. And Owen Baya, Aisha Jumwa, the late Dory, and several other leaders from the coastal region actually joined William Samoei Ruto. And they advised the people of the coastal region to join government. But unfortunately for them, within no time, Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta had the handshake, which meant Raila Odinga was now in government and William Ruto was pushed out of government. And because of that, people like Owen Baya then came back to ODM party. And that's when he started now making those kind of politics. But the clamor for a coastal political party did not begin yesterday. It did not begin the other year. Even 1 year ago, the Magarini member of parliament, who is Amason Kingi's brother, made these statements. And I want you to listen to it very closely. Because during that time, Hassan Joho had announced that he was going to contest for the presidency. And Kingi was also positioning himself to be the next kingpin from the coastal region. So I want you to listen very briefly to Magarini member of parliament during that time, which was recorded 1 year ago.
hiyo jina ya chama ni lazima tuimbe. Hiyo chama inasema umoja, hiyo summit sitaki kujua. Lakini lazima tujue kwamba ama tutafute umoja wa mpwani kwanza, ndo kama ni mambo ya urais tuweze kuyaongelea. Lakini kama hakutakuwa na umoja wa pwani, kama mimi mbunge wa Magarini nitavuta pande ile, Aisha Juma wa Malindi atavuta pande hii, Gavana Kingi avute kule, Gavana Dado avute kule, Gavana Samboja avute kule, hiyo presidential, hiyo kiti, hiyo lazima tusahau. Kwa hivyo wewe umetengeza chama, tuko na jukumu kubwa sana kama wapwani. Na nyinyi wanaishi, tuomba, tunataka siasa ya 2022 ikuwe tofauti kabisa. Siasa ya 2022 kuwa tofauti ili tulete umoja wa pwani. Ni nyinyi wananchi lazima mtusikize kama viongozi wetu. Mnaona yale ambayo yanafanyika kule bara. Kama kuna chama ambacho tumekienzi ni chama cha ODM. Na kama kuna chama ambacho sisi tunaweza sema ni chetu, si ya Mkenya mwingine, ni chama cha ODM sisi watu wa Kilifi. Manake wakati wa general election sisi tulipeana 99.9% katika nafasi ambazo zilikuwa zapiganiwa kisiasa. Lakini kule ambako hata kinara ametoka, kule walikuwa na legelege. Lakini hivyo kunakuwa na msukosuko. Mimi naomba viongozi wenzangu ya kwamba wakati huu ndio wakati wa kujiweka pamoja. Si tukifika majukwani hivi unatangaza umoja, ukifika kule una karata umeficha, hakuna mahali tutaelekea. Na mimi nikiwa mjumbe wa Magarini, mimi naamini kabisa hii Kilifi inaweza toa rais, hii pwani inaweza toa rais. Lakini kuna watu wachache, sisi wabunge, kuna watu wachache ambao hawezi kuamini kwamba hii Kilifi inatoa rais ama inaweza kutoa rais. Kila wakati wewe mgeni akikuja ndio unamchinjia kuku. Lakini wewe kuku akiwa pale, hata kama unakufa njaa vipi, sijui sisi mamitikeza tumerogwa hapo.
No, that's Magarini member of parliament. And he was also present during today's press conference. But can Raila Odinga allow the coastal region to sleep? And assuming the coastal region is going to sleep, assuming these guys are going to form a political party, the way they're saying, and join it, what will it mean? In my view, it will mean two things. Number one, that Raila Odinga is losing the grip of the coastal people. So that's the first meaning I'm going to interpret. The other meaning I'm going to give it is that William Ruto, who has camped at the coast, is not appealing to the people of the coast. Otherwise, if he was appealing to the people of the coast, Aisha Jumwa, Mohamed Jopevu, and the group would not have joined this team and talk about forming a new political party. They would have talked about joining an alliance or joining a new political party. But can these guys succeed in kicking out Raila Odinga from the coastal region? And why are they pushing for the formation of a coast-based political party? Because so far, the clamor for coast-based political party began several years ago. And I remember Sheikh Khalid Balala forming the Shirikisho, was it Shirikisho Party or the Islamic Party of Kenya? I'm going to put for you a link below this video where he was explaining the journey, that particular journey. So don't miss that. I'm going to put the link just in the description section of this particular video. But why are these guys pushing for the formation of a new political party at the coast? In my view, 5 reasons or 4. Number one, the first reason is, I think, political realignments. We must expect political realignments as we move forward. Owen Baya, for example, wants to run for the gubernatorial seat in Kilifi County. And before Gideon Mung'aro announced that he was coming back to probably contest for the gubernatorial seat on ODM ticket, Aisha Jumwa announced that she was also going to run for the governorship. So the moment Aisha Jumwa announced that, that's the moment Owen Baya left Team Tangatanga and came to ODM. And now in ODM, there are signs that ODM party might actually favor Mung'aro. So Owen Baya must now push for a party. So for Owen Baya, it's actually his own political interest. Now talk of people like Aisha Jumwa and the rest. There's a chance that some of these people have realized that the other alternative they have is to join Tangatanga. But Tangatanga is not very popular on the ground. So what are they going to do? They are going to announce the formation of a new political party and rally some of their supporters to join that political party, in the hope that out of the over 30 members of parliament from the coastal region, 2 or 3 or even 4 can actually wanaweza penya through those individual parties, which they can then use later on to bargain. But I think it's all about political realignment. If you are joining Tangatanga, and Tangatanga is not popular at the coast, then the option for you is to form a coast-based political party. Use that coast-based political party to contest, something which Shakombo did in the previous years. So that's, in my view, is the first reason. Number 2, I think they want to increase their stakes, their bargaining stakes on the national table. It's easier to bargain when you have a strong political party. And I want you to take, for example, the people of the Western region. The Western region people are divided, but they have the largest voting bloc in this country, if you ask me. The Luhya nation are across the entire region. If you go to Coast, you'll find them. You come to Kisumu here, you'll find them. You go to Nairobi, you'll find them. You go to Kitale, you will find them. But because they are always divided, they are unable to bargain properly. So it's easier normally to divide them. So the people of the coastal region want to increase their stake when it comes to bargaining. For example, in ODM, they are saying, okay, we are going to form a political party. Let's say they will not succeed in forming a political party. Raila Odinga will go to them, invite them for a meeting. And once they are invited for a meeting, then they will be told, what's your problem? My problem is this, 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 this. Okay, what we are going to do, I'm going to do this, going to do this, going to do this. So that's the way politicians increase their bargaining power. And I want to use the example of the revenue allocation formula. The reason why the Central Kenya were pushing so hard for that formula to go through is because they knew so well that the original CRA formula was not going to benefit them. So after it failed, then now people are going to come for, people are going to reach for a compromise. So in that compromise, they'll not lose much. They've already increased their stakes. So I think these guys are trying to increase their stakes. The third reason they want to do this is the parliamentary leadership. And I want to, again, use the example of Owen Baya. When ODM formed their committees, and Owen Baya explained it very clearly, Aisha Jumwa was appointed as a commissioner. And the person who lost for Aisha Jumwa was Gladys Wanga. That seat belonged to Gladys Wanga. And again, you go to Mvita. Mvita guy was rewarded with a peak chairmanship at the parliament. Then now came this latest where Jubilee where Jubilee kicked out Ruto allies, and then now appointments were being made. That's where what they are calling, that's where they are now saying they were discriminated or they were not considered. But in my view, what Raila and Uhuru did or were doing in those particular changes, they were putting specific people. I wanted to ask you, when it comes to JLAC committee, Otinda Molo is a lawyer. Of course, at the coast, we also have lawyers. But do we have another lawyer at the level of Otinda Molo who can protect the interests of ODM party? I know there are several others, but let's just be fair. Owen Baya has displayed disloyalty to some extent. So he could not. So that's why he's now pushing for that. Number Number 4, my last point, I know that at the coast, just as like the Western region, they are also divided. There's those who are supporting JOHO, and there are those who are not supporting JOHO. They are supporting JOHO-KINGI. And the reason they are supporting JOHO-KINGI is that JOHO-KINGI is a Mijikenda. And the interests of the coastal people can be best taken care of by a Mijikenda. And that's the main issue, actually. And that's why these guys have realized that in ODM, Hassan Joho is well grounded. He's the deputy party leader. He cannot be easily kicked out. And is still going to be influential. In fact, out of the 7 members of parliament from Kilifi, 2 of them, I think, used to work for JOHO. And JOHO sponsored them to go and contest in their constituencies. So they fear the influence of Hassan Joho. And because JOHO-KINGI is also eyeing the presidency, if not presidency, the regional government, and if not regional government, all these governors who are going to retire, and I'm going to do a video on this, all of them are actually plotting on how they can make a comeback to politics, either as a cabinet secretary or using any other method available. So the reason why some of these guys, I want to count them for you. Why do you think Jicho is in Tangatanga? Do you think he's in Tangatanga because he hates ODM or he hates Raila Odinga? No, it's because of Hassan Joho. He believes strongly that it's because of Hassan Joho, that's why he was not given the ODM ticket. And after he won the seat, Hassan Joho brother still went and petitioned. And basically that's how William Ruto came to his aid. What about Aisha Juma? Aisha Juma all along had issues with Hassan Joho. So that's why she's also in Tangatanga. She believes strongly that Hassan Joho is likely to sponsor someone else, or even if she was to remain in ODM, she is likely to be shortchanged. What about Owen Baya? I can play for you very briefly a clip of Owen Baya 2 years ago attacking Hassan Joho. Now, what about Kingi's brother? Kingi's brother is also protecting the interests of the brother against Joho. What about Mwashetani, who was also there? He had issues with Hassan Joho even in the last general election. So there's the silent war between the Mijikenda and what they call the Arabs at the coast. They believe that Joho should not be the person speaking for them. But can Raila Odinga allow the coastal region to sleep? In my view, Raila Odinga is going to do everything possible within his powers to retain the coastal region. And even if the coastal region is going to sleep, it's going to sleep after Raila Odinga shall have tried everything within his powers. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. And if you're watching this video for the first time, please, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this one, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is today. We've grown, and I really appreciate all those people who've continuously commented on the videos, those who have continuously shared the videos, those who have continuously told their friends, those who always reach me out with ideas and opinions, whether they are in the contrary to mine or whether we are in concurrence. I want to continue. Thank you guys. Without you guys, this channel for sure cannot be where it is today. It's not easy just to be a nobody online, then you start creating content and people appreciate, then it grows to the level we've grown. It's not very easy. And you can always reach me on my WhatsApp number, which is 0777741323. So reach me on that number. And again, there are those guys who always buy me coffee. You can reach me on that WhatsApp number, then I can direct you on how to do it. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day.